There's a glow coming off of them, and they have X's on them. Again, this is Hamburg, Germany. You can speculate all you want about what this means, but once more, we're back to the idea of positive disc-shaped UFO craft creating quite a spectacle for the people of Hamburg, Germany at that time, which again was November 4th, what was it, 16 something. Sorry, I got to go back to the slide now. And I went a little bit too far. Yes, November 4th, 1697 is what that one was. Okay. So then next in line, we have France in 1338. This is one that you might have seen. I think it's been on Ancient Aliens before, some other places. 1338 now in France. This one has a whole story behind it. What is that thing? And actually being inspired by this image is what led to me saying, yeah, I'll wear the gold shirt again. That's pretty cool. I think we can certainly do that. So, yeah, the subject of today's show is definitely not political. We're definitely talking about UFOs. So anyway, here it is in France, and 1338, and we know that this woman was not any ordinary woman. The woman with her hand on the wheel was some type of apparently being similar to like Saint Germain. Same kind of story again, which is really, really cool. So here it is. This is again from the ArtNet website. The manuscript was entitled Livre, which means book, de bonne mère, good mère. I'm not sure what mère means. This image appears on folio 129 verso. The goddess of luck, Fortuna, appears beside her wheel. So this is obviously a supernatural being of some kind. It's not a typical person. She's got the wheel of fortune. She is the goddess of luck. And look at what's up in the sky above her. She materializes there, apparently. She's helping people. Maybe she's giving them prophecies. They look like they're totally amazed to see her. Look at the expressions on their faces. You can see they're just dazzled by what's going on. And she appears to have come in a craft from the sky, because you notice that there's people up there at the top, and they are gawking at the image of whatever is in the sky. And by the way, hot air balloons had not yet been invented in whatever this was, 1338. They had not yet happened. That was not a technology we were using. Somebody says, I live in Hamburg. That's right. The gold shirt is absolute fire. Thank you very much. So anyway, yeah, this is a very interesting one because, again, it's like the Lady Fortune. In fact, I want to kind of zoom in on their faces a little bit so we can see more of that. So let's do that right now. We'll get some greater detail on this. I just want to get a little better view of what their faces look like. So there we go. And we'll do that again. Okay. All right, back to the slide. So there it is as the wide view, and here it is up close. Yeah, you can see they're clearly very excited about what's in the sky. There's all these other little glimmering lights, and they're clearly amazed by her as well. So this was definitely some type of a weird contact event involving, in this case, a spheroidal UFO that clearly had a gold appearance to it. So the strange gold sphere appears in the sky above them as she is cranking the wheel. Was she some sort of human ET like Saint Germain? I believe absolutely yes. So this is another one that seems to illustrate perhaps some type of contact. We don't know very much about it, but it does appear, this is on a Crystal Links page again, some type of authentic illustration from medieval times. We could do reverse image search on this. I just didn't have the time to get all these things done at once. But there it is, some type of egg-shaped craft with porthole windows, the glow coming off of it, and the soldier in his chainmail is all excited about it. It looks like a hot air balloon reflecting swamp gas, says Kindness for Critters. That's funny. Okay, next in line, we have the Roman historian Julio Obsequens. And he drew something called Prodigorum Liber. And in this case, we have two strange objects illustrated in the sky. We have a watch on the left, and then we have this torch of fire on the right. So that could be the disc and the cigar-shaped mothership, just like we're always used to seeing. There it is again. Again, this is Prodigorum Liber, the Roman historian Julio Obsequens. So this is very, very old illustration. Roman historian. clearly illustrating the two different main types of positive ships that we see, the cigar-shaped mothership and the disc as well, illustrated here like a pocket watch. And notice also the flower shape on the pocket watch. I think that's important. Okay, next, the next one we're going to see is called Moses with the Ten Commandments. And this, again, is just undeniable UFO illustration. It was found on a wood drawer from furniture at the Earls de Ultramont in Belgium. Moses is depicted receiving the tablets of the Ten Commandments with the flaming horns. I guess this was a church where they found it. And several equally flaming objects are in the sky before him. So as Moses receives the Ten Commandments, here's these flying objects in the sky directly associated with that. And you zoom in on it up close, it's like, my gosh, there it is. Very, very cool. So Roger van der Weyden, 12th century, is the next one. And this is Jesus, again, being, I guess this would be, them giving him a blessing of some kind. And then over his head is this apparition of the Father God, I guess you could say, inside some type of object, which again could be illustrative of a UFO. And there's the rest of the illustration at the bottom. Really, really interesting. Once again, directly associated with Christianity. Baptism of Christ by Ottavio Vanini, circa 1640. So here we are in 1640, and again you have the dove giving off a beam of light with the Father God up there in the sky above him. And it's very, very cool. Again, could be illustrative of a UFO. Maybe not, but it's another one worth considering. Fra Angelico in 1425 did Baptism of Christ. And once again, we have the motif of the dove overhead as Jesus is being baptized. Again, could very much indicate a UFO. This one maybe is a little bit of a stretch because it does definitely look like a dove.